The country of fairy tales, the harbor of legends, the land of dreams. This is how the land between the Prut and Nistru rivers is called by many of those who have had the chance to discover it. One can enjoy the splendor and grandeur of the Moldovan land in all seasons of the year. The warm climate, a lot of different fruits, and landscapes worth being painted by an artist. All this is Moldova, the country that we suggest discovering together with us. The Republic of Moldova is a European country, bordering Romania and the Ukraine, with the area of only 33.7 thousand square kilometers. The native population, Moldovans, are heirs of the Dacians, whom Herodotus, the father of historians, called the most brave and just among the Tretch. The people of Moldova are famous for their hospitality. Each family boasts a room in their house called Casa Mare, waiting to host a guest. By the way it looks, one can guess the mastery, diligence, taste, and even the personalities of the hosts. Casa Mare is a museum of each Moldovan family, a place to spend and enjoy Sundays for a Bessarabian. Here, you will be convinced that Moldovans are skilled carpet weavers and artful embroiderers of towels and tablecloths. Many historic objects made throughout the centuries by the craftsmen of this country can be found in over 60 museums in the Republic. The museum patrimony of Moldova is an important part of the national cultural heritage and numbers over 700,000 objects of the world and national material, scientific and artistic value. In the National Ethnography and National History Museum, which is one of the oldest ones in Moldova, along with other objects, visitors can admire a unique display, the complete skeleton of a Dinotherium gigantissimus, 7 million years old. There are a lot of museums in the capital of Moldova, such as the National Art Museum, the History Museum, Archaeology and Ethnography Museum, and many others. Tourists have a possibility to visit historical places connected with the names of writers well known in the country and in the world, including Alexei Matievich, Vasily Alexandri, Alexandru Donici, Mihai Eminescu, and Alexander Pushkin, whose stay in Moldova is connected with the village Dolna. Thanks to the permanent and temporary exhibitions, the visitors will make a lot of new discoveries related to the history and culture of this land, as well as about the personalities who left a trace in the history of this country through their lives and activities. Moldova has always been a place between the East and the West, lying at the crossroads of trading routes. This country, at all times, has been attractive for the empires from the East and from the West. This fact explains the presence on its territory of old fortifications, such as Tighina Fortress, the medieval fortress located near Rud, Alcidar, and Costești. Soroca Fortress, built in the 16th century, is an amazing monument of military architecture, unique by its composition for this part of Europe. This small fortress belongs to the same school and to the same epoch in which other fortresses of Castel del Monte, Queenborough, Walmer, and Del were built. The ruins of another, even older fortress were discovered in Orheul Vechi. This bastion was built in the 15th century under the rule of Stephen III and was intended for the protection of the city's eastern boundary. Moldova can surely be called a museum in the open air. The territory of the Republic as a whole is a zone of extraordinary interest for archaeologists. The archaeologists have discovered in different regions of the country the sites of ancient settlements belonging to different periods and cultures, Dacian and Roman, medieval, and those of later periods. One can see the objects found by archaeologists in the national and regional museums. In the medieval period, Moldovan churches were carved out of steep rocks rising above the rivers of the Nistru and Rout. Țipova is considered the largest Orthodox cave complex in Moldova and even in southeastern Europe. The cells here are located in 3 levels. Another sanctuary is the Saharna Monastery. Several monarchs, Anchorites, built the first altar of this monastic complex in 1777. The Saharna Monastery attracts believers and tourists by its architecture and its history, but most of all by the hill that is nearby. Here, on the rock, the visitors can see the Holy Virgin's footprint. The legend says that the Holy Virgin climbed up to the hills to bless these places and to sanctify them. Festivals and fairs trading the handcrafts are true holidays for Moldovan citizens and guests. The tourists or folk art collectors visiting our republic can find here a wide choice of handcrafts, keeping a part of the soul of the Moldovan peasants. Moldovans are specifically respectful not only to musicians, but also to those skilled workmen who can make musical instruments. It is their first skillful hands and rich imagination that help them to manufacture a wide range of musical instruments. Such traditional instruments as bells can be rightfully considered a novelty regained from old times. The art of bell ringing brings together the most well-known ringers from all the world. During the fall, the whole republic turns into a Casa Mare. Guests from every corner of the globe are invited to the National Wine Day to partake in the first drops of new wine. The Wine Day is a good occasion for music, dance, and good spirits. Moldova, the country of vineyards and wine, cannot be imagined without wineries and wine cellars. In Cricova, for example, the traveler will discover the best wine cellars in the world, where he can take a trip around the streets of a whole underground city. The total length of the underground streets is over 100 kilometers. Here is the most tremendous collection of the wines produced in the country. The wine cellar of Mălăști Mici is a little smaller in space, stretching over 50 kilometers, but of no less value. Cricova and Mălăști Mici, as well as the wineries of Bardar, Brănești, Caziac, Cojușna, and Romanești are included in the wine routes of Moldova. The wines of Moldova have become famous worldwide, being equally appreciated by royalties, prestigious customers, and visitors of exhibitions. Visiting the numerous tasting rooms, you can partake in the wines and enjoy their aromas, full of field flower fragrances and vigorous richness of the soil. The refined flavors of wines in Dionysian atmosphere will be completed with the original architecture and decorum of the tasting halls in Cricova, Caziac, Cojușna, Mălăști Mici, and Chișinău. The taste of these divine drinks becomes stronger when served with the traditional Moldovan dishes cooked from meat, various vegetables, and fruit. All products are organic. All dishes are cooked as if by mother at home. The skill of cooks, diversity of delicious dishes, and wines with the rich bouquet of flavors, as well as the pleasant atmosphere in the restaurants and wine cellars, will fill you with unforgettable memories. In the evening, when the darkness falls upon the city, it decorates itself with numerous lights and opens wide the doors of discos, nightclubs, and dancing places. This is the time when the tourists discover a new aspect of city life. Visitors to Moldova can find accommodation without any problem. There is a 1 to 5-star hotel classification system in the Republic. The apartments, rooms, and services in the hotels correspond to European standards. The hotels offer excellent conditions for rest and entertainment. They will offer you all possibilities for holding different levels of business meetings and conferences, as well as negotiating contracts. At the beginning of the third millennium, Moldova is the country where the past meets with the present. One can see it most obviously when visiting the capital of the country, Chisinau. Chisinau of today is an academic and cultural center with several dozens of museums, concert halls, and theaters. The capital of Moldova is one of the internationally famous sports dancing centers. Here are held dancing competitions of the highest levels. The sports dancing ensemble of Codrianca is a winner of numerous world, European, and national championships. The academic folk dancing ensemble called Joc is famous throughout the world as a champion of national folklore. You can learn more about its dancing activity if you come to Moldova. Moldova is the country that throughout its history experienced both dramatic events and periods of prosperity. Moldovans have won freedom and have proven their right to exist as a nation. Located at the point where East meets West, Moldova has been, and still remains, a place of meetings, a place that has attracted people from every corner of the globe. At present, Moldovans, like our ancestors, are handing down to their sons and daughters not only the heritage of the country, but also the qualities that used to characterize us throughout the ages: diligence, kindness, and hospitality. Moldova is always waiting for you.